universal frustration in this country, much of it I actually think justified, that is raging at a political establishment that centers corporate interests, billionaires, and puts their needs ahead of the needs of working Americans.
Okay, so this is AOC explaining the AOC Trump voter in the readout full interview. This was somewhat interesting, and we're going to take a look at it while I go pee real quick, but I'll be back in a second.
Of all the confounding results in this past election, perhaps the strangest phenomenon was the surprising number of people who voted for Democrats down ballot and then checked off Donald Trump for president. That was the case in New York's 14th district. A number of voters cast their ballot for both Trump and one of the House's most progressive Democrats, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, better known as AOC. And while the Democratic Party is still reeling from the results, Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez is doing something a lot of the D.C. folks aren't doing, which is talking to social media and actually talking to voters to figure out why this happened.
If you voted for Donald Trump and me, or if you voted for Donald Trump and voted Democratic down ballot, I would really love to hear from you. This is not a place of judgment. I'm not gonna like put your stuff on blast or anything like that or dunk on it. That's like genuinely not the intent here. I actually want to learn from you. I want to hear what you were thinking, and I just want to hear from you.
Joining me now is the aforementioned Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York. Okay, AOC, what'd they say?
I mean, there's a lot of different things that we saw. I think there's a lot of people. First of all, it's important to note that Democrats, oftentimes when we lose elections, we think that we lost people to Trump. And that is true in circumstances, but they don't look enough at the fact that we also lost people to the couch. Mm-hmm. We have two people that we're running against. So a lot of people say, this is why I voted for you and Trump. And some people say this is why I didn't vote or didn't vote top of the ticket.
Right. Skip the top of the ticket, which, by the way, there's been a lot of paranoia about the fact that Democrats were able to win statewide in some places while Kamala Harris lost. And I keep trying to tell people there are voters who go in and either just vote the top, Trump voters who will say, I just want Trump and don't care about Republicans, and the reverse, who say, I'm not voting top of the ticket, but I'll vote everybody else.
Right, right. And
oh, did she say that Democrats only care if you vote Republican? That's the HasanAbi method, baby. You already know. You already fucking know, dude. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you want the Dems to listen to you, you got to portray yourself as a Republican, like straight up. She said they lost to the couch. Oh, she said the loss to the couch thing. That's another HasanAbi method. But I do genuinely believe this second thing, okay? I think that if you want the Democrats to respond to you, you have to be like, listen, I am a permanent Trump voter. Okay, you got to call your congressperson and be like, listen, I am a Trump voter. And if you want my vote, I'll tell you right now, brother, you have to advocate for Medicare for all. Okay? As a lifelong Trump Republican who would have voted for Trump over Ronald Reagan, I'm willing to switch my party. That's a Charlemagne line. Hassan stealing credit. Shut the fuck up. No, that is my line. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? The HasanAbi method is when you call up your congresspersons and you tell them you want high-speed rail as a Republican, lifelong Republican, you voted for Ronald Reagan, you love George W. Bush, you love Donald Trump, and you will swap your party affiliation only if the Democrats push for Medicare for all and high-speed rail. That is the only way. That is the only way you can get the Democrats to listen to you.
And I think we saw some of that happen as well. But when it comes to people who split their ticket, I think a lot of people cited.
Oh shit, we got a golden Kappa train. Let's go. Subscribe in order to get a golden Kappa if you would like one. For $5, or not $5, $6. Or for free with a Twitch Prime, or you can get gifted a sub. Level 5 Golden Kappa Train, baby. Lesbian Boulevard, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. This way you also support the show, the stream. And it's ad free, baby. And you can send me links if you want. That doesn't mean I'm going to click on them, but. Level 5 complete.
One is there is universal frustration in this country. Much of it, I actually think, justified. That is raging at a political establishment that centers corporate interests, billionaires, and puts their needs ahead of the needs of working Americans. And we know that we can either channel this righteous
happening. You're talking about Matt Gaetz. There's a 17-year-old girl out there terrified that all of her records, all of the witnesses against him in this case where she was trafficked could be in the hands of Matt Gaetz, and he could be the most powerful law enforcement official in the country in a case where the president of the United States is an adjudicated sexual abuser. If you're a sexual assault survivor, you're thinking, oh my God, this country 100%. Is out to get me. They're out to get me and force me to have children by sexual assault. So the message to women has been insane, okay? And the people he's nominating are TV hosts, et cetera. Do you think the people who voted for him that you've talked to were expecting this?
No. No.
Or true mass deportation?
Genuinely,
yeah.
No. And it's heartbreaking, actually. It is heartbreaking. And people may want to take like a kind of vengeful stance about this, but
Judy
it is
thank you for the 5 gift.
Heartbreaking. People need to understand that there are people, millions of people in this country, and I was one of them, where you are working 2-3 shifts a day to try to make ends meet. You're not reading the newspaper every morning with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
You're not. And it's not to say that people are uneducated or uninformed or anything like that. But like, this is real life. Yeah. This is real life. You got a baby on your hip and you've got 2-3 shifts to work in that day and you're just trying to make things work, and you have such an overwhelm of information. And I actually think something that is different about this moment than
Kristen,
I saw
138, thank you for the 10 gift subs.
Or after 2016.
Matt and LT, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Irish Reese, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Stop giving a shite, thank you for the 10 gift subs.
Is that almost like right the day after, people immediately said, were coming to me and saying, he's not actually going to do that, right? And it's important to say, people may often say, he said he was going to do this. It was right here on the campaign trail. If you actually listen to him, if you listen to Donald Trump's acceptance speech, when he talked about immigration, he talked about legal pathways first.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't say
he didn't lead with mass deportation.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna hold you. We're gonna hold you over if you don't mind. We're gonna hold for one more. We're gonna take a quick break, pay for all of this, and then when we come back, AOC will still be right here with me. Stay right there.
Berkeley Pitt Power Swimmer, thank you for the 5 gifted.
Is back with me. We were talking
Sync
a
to
little
beat,
bit
thank you for
about
the 5 gifted.
the shock that people are feeling about not really thinking Donald Trump was going to do the things he was doing. Let's talk about mass deportation. Do you think the 55% of Latino men, the 40-some-odd% of Latinas, thought he was really going to do it?
No, I think what is interesting, kind of what we were discussing earlier, is that one of the things that I learned when I was asking about people who voted for Donald Trump and me, I asked them, where do you get your news from? How do you like take in information, right? Yeah. And one of the things that they said is that one of their primary trusted sources of information was, they said you, as in me.
Yeah.
That means that they rely on me as their elected official for information directly. It also means that they are listening to him directly for his information. And as we said earlier, in Donald Trump's victory speech, he said that when he talked about immigration, the first thing that he talked about was legal pathways. He talked about mass deportation afterwards. And so I think
I want to stop here for a second and talk about something that's truly alarming and confusing. Glenn Greenwald sent in Adweek Nielsen ratings. Okay. Said lots of articles about how MSNBC's audiences completely collapsed, disappeared once Kamala lost, and they got disillusioned, but the full extent is shocking. Their primetime shows can't even get 75,000 people watching the key demo, 18 to 54. Weekend shows don't even get 30K. And what that means is they're not even getting a fraction of the views that I'm getting. No, 30K concurrent viewers, when translated to fucking Nielsen metrics, would be 300,000 almost. It's 5 to 10x. No, it's so much worse. When they say 23,000 viewers, that means the concurrent, like in real time, live viewership was around 2 to 3,000. That's TV. Because of the way that television ratings are calculated, what they're logging is, I mean, the way that they extrapolate this data is also kind of weird because there's like Nielsen households, and it's guesswork. But when they say like, oh, 23,000 people tuned into the show, what they mean is 23,000 unique viewers tuned into the show over the course of an hour. It doesn't mean 23,000 live concurrent viewers were watching the show. My VOD, like my actual election night coverage stream, got 7.5 million unique viewers. Okay? I had 300,000 concurrent. You're just self-glazing? No, I'm not self-glazing. The way that it works is if I have around, 30,000 viewers right now, that means I have around 5 to 10x that number in unique viewers over the course of an hour. Okay? There's no perfect methodology to make this comparison, but that means like I'm, closing in, if not defeating, the likes of like the most popular television programs on Fox News, even. The only people that cook me are primetime Fox News. That is insane. This is absolutely insane because it means I almost have the same number of unique viewers in the same time slot as Fox News. Now you know why there's no new contracts. Yeah, but your viewers are probably a lot more of the same people over a period of time. Then some of those networks may rotate a bit more. No. I don't necessarily know if this is a good thing, chat. Your viewers are not in the key demo. The key demo used to be 18 to 35. Then they fucking made it 18 to 55. My viewers are in the real key demo. 18 to 35 is the real key demo for advertisers. And that is my audience. My audience is literally 18 to 35. I don't think it is. You are straight up talking to someone who did advertising. Like, that was my profession. That was my career before I started doing online commentary. Originally, the key demo used to be 18 to 35. Then they increased it. And now they're saying the key demo is 18 to 55. I don't think this is a good thing. I think this is a bad thing. And it's especially a bad thing because that means, like, Jesse Waters is basically fucking destroying CNN and MSNBC combined times, like, not 10, but, you know, times fucking 2, 3. Like, look at how they're fucking putting numbers on the board, man. That is insane to me. How many 65 plus Fox News viewers do you think we are watching because they're actually dead and couldn't switch out the television before they pass? I mean, I don't know. But it is shocking. Here's the article numbers with a few more days. Overnight cable news ratings for now. For November 8th to 11th, CNN and MSNBC experienced post-election ratings blues. Yeah. So it's 1,000. So it's like Chris Hayes gets 77,000 unique viewers over the hour. Which means he's getting around, like, you know, 7, 8, maybe 10K live concurrent viewers in any given moment. In that same time slot, Jesse Waters is getting 568,000 unique viewers an hour, which means he's getting around, you know, 50, 60, maybe 70K live concurrent viewers. Now, on total viewers, prime time, this was, I guess, which day this was? Oh, this was total viewers, not 25 to 54 demographic. Total viewers demographic is obviously a lot larger. Total viewers demographic comes up to 700,000 viewers for Chris Hayes, which means the overwhelming majority of their viewership comes from, look at this. Look at these numbers. 25 to 54 demographic is minuscule in comparison to the 55 plus watchers. When you add people over the age of 55 that are watching television, all of a sudden Chris Hayes' numbers go up to 715,000 unique viewers an hour. Sean Hannity sits there with 3 million, 3.4 million, 3.5 million unique viewers an hour. Which means that on any given night, when you factor in people over the age of 55 on Fox News, you have like 300, 400, maybe 500,000 live concurrent viewers watching. The fact that it's so close to Twitch is kind of crazy. But when you look at the 25 to 54 demographic, once again, when you look at the 25 to 54 demographic on prime time, it's 200,000 for Fox News. That is crazy. This is national, right? Twitch is global. Yeah, but the overwhelming majority of my audience is American. Like, it's not even a question. Like, I have an international audience, but the overwhelming majority of my audience is American. This means that Kai Cenat over his fucking subathon is reaching significantly larger audiences that are most likely under the age of 25 than all of these TV channels combined. What? Be real. Your viewers are very low propensity spenders. I feel like your audience do not have the income to spend or buy what advertisers sell if you are honest. Lol, lol. You are so wrong. Out of Twitch viewers, this community, why the fuck do you think I have more subscribers than most content creators for the past fucking 5 years in a row at this point? I've literally been at the top 5 in subscription counts. Most of my viewers don't have the time to watch the entire day, but have a job and tune in periodically. Yeah. %30 of the audience has no salary or they're unemployed, which means that they're either in school or unemployed. Okay. Moon Sanum, thank you for the 50 get the subs. But the second largest chunk is 50K to 100K. Third largest chunk is 20 to 50K. Fourth largest chunk is 1 to 20K. And 13% of the audience makes $100,000 plus. There's a reason whenever we there is a reason why whenever we do fundraisers, we raise like hundreds of thousands of dollars in a matter of hours. It's like shocking for a lot of people how fast we're able to do that. That is before you consider the trust that Twitch watchers place upon Twitch upon Twitch streamers. Like, direct response campaigns on this platform are infinitely more successful than any other platform. Podcasts and Twitch streamers in general are at the top of that leaderboard in terms of like how successful a marketing campaign works in communities like this one. Because the level of like a personal relationship that a watcher has, like a content consumer has on this platform, is significantly higher than you know, watching an ad on MSNBC or CNN or Fox News. Mickey Macker, type on 2. Thank you for the 50 get the subs. Anonymous Gifter, thank you for the 25 get the subs. This is the most shocking thing I've ever fucking seen, dude. Like, I should be nowhere near total viewership number for CNN and MSNBC. And the key demos are more important. The 25 to 54 demographic, mine is even 18 to 35, which is an even more valuable demographic than the 25 to 54 demographic. Best way to break it down is what I'm saying is your audience as an advertiser wouldn't make back its money per viewer. Same with CNN and others, but with Fox, you would make back an awesome return on investment. I don't want to be that person, but doesn't that mean you have a huge influence as well? Man, I didn't think so before this fucking information, but now I'm a little bit more I'm a little bit more concerned. You lost the Democrats' election incoming. Yeah. The Hassan is to blame for the election. Crowd is elated right now. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. Why are Fox numbers so high given that America is split politically almost even? Liberals watch Fox News as well in their media diet, whereas conservatives only watch Fox News. And also Fox News is more entertaining. They're insane editorial. It's the same principle why the YouTube algorithm also favors right-wing content in general. It's more captivating, it's more interesting, it's more insane. You draw even hate watchers as well. Whereas like people don't really watch a lot of liberal content in the same vein. Oaksai, thank you for the 100 community gives us subs. God damn.
I think people who believe what he says, when he says we're only going after criminals, they think that he's going after somebody else. Meanwhile, the Republican Party, the Trump campaign, people like Stephen Miller, they believe that being undocumented means you...
Unironically, I do feel you cost the Dems at least 5 to 7%. I initially thought 2 to 3%, but after final analysis, I think around 5 to 8% you cost them. That's insane. That is the dumbest thing that the Democrats have ever done. If I'm capable of... That's an insane estimation. You are making that number up. I still do not agree with that. But it's so funny because if I had the capacity to motivate 5 to 8% of the Democratic Party's base of support, then it would be the dumbest thing for the Democrats not to come and listen to every single thing that I'm saying, to come here and kiss my feet, okay? Like, that would be an unimaginable level of stupidity if they didn't come here to literally be like, I would be the kingmaker. Are you kidding me? No, I don't think I cost them 5 to 8%.
You are a criminal.
Right. And they don't understand that. I want to talk about a couple of the picks that, you know, as you said, people.
Bro, no shade, but you don't even have 0.5 to 0.8%. I agree. I don't think so either. I think that person is making shit up. Anonymous Gifter, thank you for the 50 gifted subs.
People may not have saw coming. Matt Gaetz, you've had to deal with him as a member of Congress. How concerned are you about him being Attorney General?
You know, I think right now the mood on the Hill, you know, there's a lot of Republican uproar about it. I find it interesting, too. It's important to note that Matt Gaetz won general election to the 119th Congress. So he resigned his seat.
That he just won.
To finish this term.
Yeah.
The seat that he just won starts in January.
Right.
So he may just be away from Congress for 2 months.
Yeah.
Potentially just to expunge this ethics report.
Do you think it'll come out, the ethics report?
Well, I think there's a large jurisdiction. I don't know if the Ethics Committee has a legal grounds now to release it.
Yeah.
I do wonder if the Senate would subpoena it in order to understand and make have a fully informed decision.
Yeah.
Similar to, I think, when you had Justice Kavanaugh with credible sexual assault allegations, and there was an FBI report, and that whole investigation is something else, you know, a different matter. But the Senate, it was still relevant to a Senate confirmation hearing. And so I think that's an open question.